Hey, welcome back to the hangar. It is Labor Day 2020, 6 days past my private pilot check ride, and I'm up at the hangar getting 5-2 Lima ready to pull out to go on a little adventure, my first ever as a private pilot with my first ever victim or passenger. We're going to take a little spin around our area, do a touch and go at an airport that you've never seen on this channel, Morgantown, and then fly on down to Elkins. We're going to get out early and get back and come along for the ride. Welcome to the airplane. Clear.
Clarksburg Tower rate at flight 1253, meet tower observation. Wind calm, visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 100, dew point 13, altimeter 3008. Arriving aircraft expect. Visual approach is runway 21. Notice the airman use caution for multiple tower lights out of service in the immediate vicinity of Clarksburg Airport. All aircraft advise on initial contact. You have made this plane.
So then when we get up here, what we'll do is stop, which you've seen enough of my videos, so you know how this is going to go, and do our before takeoff checklists and check all the instruments and the engine and everything, and then head out. And if we get, like I said, if we get out there and decide that we don't want to do anything, we may just go do a touch and go at Morgantown, do a lap around here, and then come back. It's completely fluid. We can do whatever we want to do and we're comfortable with. We have our whole lives to live, Kevin. There's no need to live it all today, as it were. Power's coming in. We're checking the engine one more time to make sure we're making good power, good engine instruments. Off the brakes. Let's go flying.
Ready.
Airspeed's alive, finally. Here we go. Here comes 60 knots, 60 miles per hour. Let's rotate. Right rudder.
I love this.
Pretty cool, isn't it? It's like riding a bull. Once we get up a little bit more, it'll feel better than this.
Sure.
And one thing you can help with all the time is just, keeping eyes out for traffic and then calling them out if you see anybody. Fairmont traffic, 3852 Lima is turning a left downwind, runway 23. Fairmont traffic going to depart the area northbound. So you can use the clock, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, like positionally.
I gotcha. And
then if they're high or low, like I've got ForeFlight on here showing me traffic, but not everybody necessarily will be represented.
Can I?
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to feel it? You can see the turns. I'll let off. I'll keep on the rudders for you, unless you want them to. Yeah,
I'm kind of curious, like
how there's nothing. I've got it trimmed. It's super responsive. If you bank right, it'll bank.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm gonna call.
So ForeFlight is giving us our heading. Is that, and so we're matching.
I'm watching these two things. Yeah,
so,
but I'm just kind of watching this to see where I'm going. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me call Morgantown real quick. Morgantown Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is 10 miles to your southwest, 2,800 inbound for the option.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, Morgantown Tower, report on the right downwind to runway 18.
Okay, we'll report a right downwind, runway 18, 3852 Lima.
104733, we'll be clearing a trolley to the east hangars. Roger that. Airport 19. Cross runway 18.
This is Kevin. He is, I've known him for probably
20 years.
Probably 20 years now.
It's close to that.
Our paths have crossed in numerous ways over the years, but we have a lot of shared interests. Kevin is an audio engineer
not by day, by trade, but also not by his day job. He makes maps effectively for a living, but is a great audio engineer. He does studio. He's building a studio in his house, and he's done a lot of studio work and live work, which is actually one of the biggest ways that our worlds crossed. We both mix sound together at a large church in Monongalia County for several years together. We also like video games. We play a lot of Xbox. But he was kind enough to come out and be my first official passenger as a private pilot. So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm super excited.
So I'm gonna bring the power back. We need to get down to about 2,200 feet. That's pattern altitude, and that's where we need to be before we get there. So to do that, we'll bring carb heat in because we're under 21. What I was going to say about trim was it's pitched for a speed. I mean, it's trimmed for an airspeed, right? So if I bring power out and leave the trim right where it is, it's going to descend at the same speed we were flying level at. That's what's cool about it. So it's staying at 100, even though, you know, we're descending. So the trim is really for that.
Good one.
And Tower 52 Lima is a right downwind 18. Did I say Clarksburg?
No, you said...
Did I just say Tower?
Oh, you said Fairmont?
Cessna 52 Lima, runway 18, clear for the option.
All right, clear for the option, runway 18, and on the go, we'll be departing the area southbound.
Roger that.
After a less than perfect pattern and approach and not enough crosswind correction, we landed safely on Morgantown's runway 18. A short taxi back past the FBO and terminal, and we were all set for a south departure from runway 18.
Tower 52 Lima, short of runway 18, ready to go VFR southbound.
Cessna 52 Lima, tower on course, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 18 on course, 52 Lima. All right, we got a crosswind from the right. I can tell by the windsock. Final looks clear. This tower doesn't have radar, so they can't actually see other airplanes on a scope. They're just looking out the window with binoculars.
Looking out the window.
Yep. So it's always a good idea to double check at every airport, but especially at ones without towers. Look how much bigger this runway looks compared to Fairmont.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready to go?
I am ready to do it.
All right. Full power. Engines in the green. 4,000 feet remaining. There is 60. She wants to fly. Let's let her fly.
Very nice.
Look at it crabbing into the wind.
Yep.
That's the nose likes to hit a weather vane, and that's what you want. Go like this. Never used this before, but I've always wanted to try it.
Which is?
That is called an Autumn ADF. It should be pointing us like where we need to fly relative to the airplane to the Elkins NDB. There's not very many of those left.
Tower Health on 1 throttle.
Let me look at something real quick. 119.275 is Elkins weather. I wonder if we can get him yet. No. Let's call Clarksburg Approach and get flight following to Elkins.
Hey, there's my ears.
Oh yeah. Clarksburg Approach, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, VFR request.
And Skyhawk 3853 Lima, Clarksburg Approach, Clarksburg altimeter 3006, maintain VFR, say your request.
Alright, 06 and say request for 3852 Lima. We're about, we're 172 slant alpha, about 8 miles south of Morgantown, climbing through 3,800. Like VFR flight following, please, to Elkins at 5,500. Which I'll tell you all about flight following in just a minute.
It's Skyhawk 52 Lima, squawk 0135 and ident.
0135 and ident 52 Lima. Please come back and say Radar
Cessna
contact.
3852 Lima, radar contact 10 miles south of Morgantown Airport. Show you 3,900. Maintain VFR, cleared on course.
Position altitude checks on course for 3852 Lima. So, flight following is...
52 Lima, roger. When you have it, advise of having new weather at Oakland's Airport.
We'll let you know, 52 Lima. So, what happened there was, I called Clarksburg Approach Control, and a free service that's available to all pilots, VFR and IFR, well, VFR because IFR doesn't need it, but VFR pilots is called flight following, and basically what it means is, he's now watching us on his scope, and he's going to provide traffic alerts to us for other traffic in the area and other ATC services. So it's basically like it's not like being IFR. I don't want anybody to confuse. We're still responsible for our own separation from other aircraft and terrain as VFR, but it's just like one more set of eyes watching traffic for you, so that you can. It's fine. So that you can. It's a little comforting to know that someone else is watching for you. All right, 200 feet to our cruising altitude, and then we'll set up. I'll show you the cool thing of leaning the mixture. One thing is, in a carbureted engine, the fuel-to-air mixture changes as the air density decreases at our higher altitudes. So we have a control for that, where we can actually control the mixture of fuel to air while in flight, which is kind of cool. Oh, my GoPro sticky fell off. I can't reach it.
I'll grab it.
Stink. It's almost foot grabbable. It has a ring that, like, that's off, and then it gets spun around as it.
Where?
It was down here, and it was up. It was the other way. It was so the camera was up, somewhere in that vicinity. Stink. The GoPro mount's trying to ruin my YouTube channel. It may stay, may not. It's fine. It's wide also, so it can see everything. It won't twist.
Oh, okay.
So once we're set up with power, like 2450, which is what I planned our cruise RPM setting to be, and once everything is reasonably dialed in, then we start slowly reducing the amount of fuel to the engine. And what's going to happen is this engine gas temperature, or exhaust gas temperature, this is measuring the exhaust gas, is going to start to rise. Because the less fuel there is to cool it, the hotter it's going to burn. And we're trying to get that to peak. And so we'll just keep slowly bringing this out and watching it come up. You'll know if you go too far.
I was going to say, where do you want it to go?
Well, we don't know an exact spot on that reference. We want it to get higher. And you'll know if you've gone too far because the engine will stumble. If you lean it too much, you'll lose some RPM. But we've gained some, which means it's getting more efficient. So it gets the RPM's even still climbing. And that is still rising. So I'm going to just keep slowly backing this mixture control out. And once we find the peak, then what we do is we roll it two notches rich of peak for cooling purposes for the engine. This engine does not like
Baron 1191 Delta, Clarksburg Approach, Clarksburg altimeter 3007, select 7421 and ident.
Look at it, there it goes. That's the climb we were looking for. See that? Now we're real close to peak. We're real close.
091 Delta radar contact.
There went down. Do you see the loss?
West of Allegheny County Airport.
So we're going to call that peak EGT. And then I'm going to enrich it
Lima Victor
until we see that white needle come about
2. Delta Roger, cleared from present position to
2 little notches. That's ballpark.
As filed.
So that's how you lean. So that's the best fuel efficiency. We're burning 7.8 gallons an hour at this speed, and we're traveling air's indicated of 104 miles an hour. Because of the wind, it's a ground speed of only 100. Well, it's 104 now. 104 miles an hour ground speed.
Temperature 19 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 30.
52 Lima, Elkins Airport, 1 o'clock and 10 miles. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, change advisory frigates approved. Have a good day.
All right, we're stuck in VFR and over to advisory 3852 Lima. Thanks for your help. All right, so now.
So that was Clarksburg.
Yeah,
They told us he's done following us for now.
Yes, because I think he's going to be unable to. I need to hear what the wind is
Elkins, Randolph County.
before I announce what we're going to do.
Automated weather observation 1421 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
I mean, if that's true, we'll just overfly the field, enter a left downwind for runway 5, and land runway 5. So that's what I'm going to tell them, unless I hear anybody else on frequency saying they're doing something else there. Then I'll play with everybody else, because if it's calm, it doesn't matter what runway. Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, 9 miles north, 5,500. We're going to overfly the field and enter a left downwind for runway 23 Elkins. Because I had my left and right reversed. We could just come straight in and enter the left downwind for runway 5 and not overflown the field. But this way we'll be able to see
The windsock.
exactly.
Right.
So we should start our descent, honestly. We've got to get to 3,500 feet.
What's the elevation of the airport?
It's 2,000, but the pattern will be 3,000, but we got to stay 500 feet above it while we overfly it to stay out of the pattern while we go over it. Mixture adjust, power is desired, carb heat is required, before landing checklist. Seats and seatbelts secured, you good there, fuel selectors on both, carb heat's on, and we'll get our airspeed and flaps as we get in here. Descent before landing checklist is also complete. So we're actually going to be really good here. We're going to get down to 3,000 feet. Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, turning left base, I'll get it right this time, runway 5 for real. Left base, runway 5, Elkins traffic.
You had it right the first time.
It was just the second time
It was
I
the
messed it
second
up.
time. Yep. It's
All
all
right.
good.
Let's square off over here. I'm a little bit tight on this pattern, which is fine. The closer you stay to the field, in event of an emergency, start getting slowed down to 80. Yeah, we're just right, we're right here. This approach is going to be right over this farm. Do you see this barns?
Yep.
Finals, Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, turning final now, runway 5, Elkins. Gonna overshoot it, keep your nose down, Chris. We're high, so power can come out. 30 degrees. We're high and fast, which is okay. There's flaps 40, you feel that?
Yeah, it's like it breaks.
I'm telling you. We're going around, I think.
Yep, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's go around.
Got land traffic here, mower.
I see the mower, thank you. Let's go around and do that one more time. That's going to be a cool approach when we get our speeds and distances right.
Yep.
That looks real good.
So you're going to go
make a big
back
right-hand turn.
Oh, you're going to do a right-hand turn.
Right into the pattern for 2-3. So I can be on the downwind, left downwind for the runway he's taking off.
Oh, you're going to turn back inside.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I got lots of room. I'm going to tell him what I'm doing now. And Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is east of the field, maneuvering for a left downwind for runway 23, Elkins traffic. I just don't want him to worry about me, because he probably can't see me.
He's just now moving.
And Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, now entering 45 left downwind, runway 23, Elkins. We'll see what he does. See, he's alerting me of traffic. It's
Banana 360, Papa Mike. Turning west for 2,500 feet.
good. He's going to be no factor.
Yep.
All right, let's get set up.
I'll be departing the pattern.
I'll watch him if you want to.
I think we're good with him. I got to stay at pattern altitude here. All right, we're doing good here. Let's get some carb heat. Let's keep the nose up just for a second. First notch flaps. Try not to fly this too tightly, although it's so tempting to because of the rising terrain in front of us. He's no factor. He's above us already. He's climbing above us, according to ADSB.
Yep.
This approach is going to be good. I got all wigged out by the terrain and everything last time, but this one's feeling much better. Elkins traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima now turning left base, runway 23 Elkins. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful squared pattern. Keep the descent coming, slow to 80, second notch of flaps. Oh yeah. This is the pattern I wanted to fly last time. Final's clear. And Elkins, Skyhawk 52 Lima, turning final now, runway 23 Elkins. This little hill right here is unnerving. Oh no, we're good. Oh, this is nice.
You got 150 feet above that hill.
Yeah.
Elkins traffic, Archer 181 Alpha Victor, taxiing to runway 23 Elkins.
The 23 is obviously the preferred runway.
I see the airplane on the taxiway.
Roger. All right, here we go. Let me get slowed down here. I'm fast.
Very nice.
Thank you.
We landed safely on runway 23 after some confusion in the pattern on which runway we'd use and a bad approach forced to go around on runway 5. Now it's just a short taxi to the ramp for some fuel.
Sweet. Can we take the old cop car for
Yeah, that might be their car. We can ask. I mean,
Sure.
that might be their car.
We decided to just grab some fuel here, then head on back for the return leg to Fairmont. That trip will be coming up next week here on the channel. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.